Good morning, students. I'm again with you with another lecture, and this lecture is based on your grammar topic adverb, and this is meant for the students of BA first year class. Well, before we start with with this topic, let's try to understand the objective behind it. At the end of this topic, at the end of this lecture, the student will be able to discuss difference between verb and adverb. They can also differentiate adverbs from adjectives. They can use adverb in their part of speech more efficiently. They can understand how significant these adverbs are in their part of speech. So there's a lot of use of adverbs in your part of speech. So as far as meaning of this word is concerned, adverb modifies the meaning of already used verb. It can modify the meaning of adjective. It also modifies the meaning of another adverb. So it answers the question how something is done, when something is done, where something is done, and to what extent something is done. As far Oxford Dictionary is concerned, Oxford Dictionary defines adverb as a word that adds more information about place, time, manner, cause, or degree to a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Clearly, adverb, broadly speaking, adverbs are the words that are used to modify words, and these words tell us how, when, where, to what extent an action is performed. Example of adverb: Indian Army fought bravely. Indian Army fought bravely. Here, look at this sentence. Indian Army fought. Fought. The verb is modified by the use of bravely. Indian Army fought bravely. Here, bravely is an adverb. And like evening star shine in a completely dark sky. Evening star shine in a completely dark sky. Look at this sentence. Dark sky. The sky which is dark. Use of adjective. But when we use completely word along with the dark, along with this adjective, it's going to change or modify the meaning of that adjective as well. And look at the next sentence. Ramesh started off so quickly that he forgot to take his bag with him. Look at this sentence. Ramesh started off so quickly that he forgot to take his bag with him. Okay, he started off. Use of verb so quickly. Quickly is another adverb, but this adverb is being modified by the word so quickly. So is another adverb that is going to change or modify the meaning of another adverb. So we can say adverb is a word that can modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Let's know the difference between adjective and adverb. Adjectives are words that describe nouns and pronouns. We know all. And as far as adverb is concerned, we know adverb modifies verb, whereas adjective modifies noun and pronoun. Adverb modifies verb, adjective, and another adverb as well. Adjective, as far as semantic role is concerned, is to change, add information given by the noun, pronoun. For example, I have a round table. I have a table which is round. A round word is an adjective. But as far as semantic role of an adverb is concerned, its semantic role is to change, add information given about verb, adjectives, and another adverbs. She sings very loudly. She sings very loudly. A very word, loudly word is going to change the meaning of sings. So it gives us an additional knowledge of how she sings. So this is the semantic use of an adverb. So let's now about the kind of adverb. How many kinds of adverbs are there generally or broadly speaking in English? Broadly speaking, they can be adverb of manner, adverb of time, adverb of place, adverb of frequency, number you can say, and adverb of reason, adverb of degree, adverb of affirmation and negation as well. Let's discuss all of these type of adverbs one by one. First of all, let's discuss adverb of manner. It answers the question how. Means it tells us how something is done, how the action is performed. For example, he reads clearly. He reads. How he reads? He reads clearly. Here clearly words gives us additional information how he reads. So it answers the question how. He walks slowly and speak quietly. He walks slowly and speak quietly. Here the word slowly as well as quietly are two adverbs that give us additional information about walk and speaks respectively. And next example, you work hard. You work, how you work? You work hard. Hard is the use of another adverb. So let's discuss another type of adverb. This is adverb of time. It answers the question when something is done. It tells us about the time of that action which is being done in the sentence. He will come now. When will he come? He will come now. So now what tells us about the time of this section when he is going to come here. She arrived late. She arrived late. When did she arrive? When did she arrive? She arrived late. So late word is an adverb. I have done it before. I have done it before. So before word is an adverb. It tells us when have I done it. It tells us when I have done it. Ram plays cricket daily. Ram plays cricket daily. So daily is an adverb which tells us when Ram play cricket. So this type of adverb of time, answer the question when something is done. Adverb of place, as the name suggests, it tells us where something is done. It answers the question where something is done. He will go there. She looked up. I lived there. Please go out. So in these sentences, there, up, out, all these are the example of adverb. They tell us about the place of action. He will go there. Where will he go? There. She looked up. Where did she look? She looked up. I lived there. Where I lived? I lived there. So these words are the example of adverb of place. And next type of adverb is adverb of frequency. You can also name it as adverb of number, because in this type of adverb answers the question how many times something is done. It tells us about the frequency of an action performed. Means my friend, for example, if we read out the example, we can understand them better. My friend come again. They always help me, but now they seldom deceive me. They visit me twice a day. Look at this example. My friends come again. Come again. They always help me, always help me. But now they seldom deceive me. So this word again means something has happened again. Always means this happened always. Now they seldom deceive me. Now it happens seldom. And they visit me twice a day. So all these words, again, always, seldom, twice, tell us about the time, about the frequency of an action performed. जो एक्शन हो रहा है कितनी बार हो रहा है, बार बार हो रहा है, दो बार हो रहा है, और कैसे हो रहा है, हमेशा हो रहा है. So directly they tell us about the frequency of that action. So these are the example of adverb of frequency. Let's discuss another type of adverbs. Adverb of reason. It answers the question why something is done. It tells us the reason of something, why it has happened. It tells us the reason of an action performed. For example, we therefore wear mask nowadays. Now here the use of word therefore tells us why do we wear mask nowadays. Therefore is a word that tells us about the reason. They are hence unable to help me. Hence, now indicating what it indicates. It indicates that we are unable. Because of that, we are unable. So it tells us the reason. Hence, the reason might have been discussed earlier, and this word is used in relation to that very reason. Hence, unable to help me. We have already told the reason, and it is in the support of that reason we have used the word hence. So this type of adverb is called adverb of reason. There is another type of adverb, adverb of degree, and as the name suggests, it answers the question how much or to what extent or in what degree. For example, you are quite right. You are quite right. We are so glad to know that you can dance pretty well. Look at this sentence. Here, the use of quite, so, pretty. These words tell us how right we are, to what extent we are right. We are quite right, we are fully right, we are completely right. So glad, how glad we are so glad. How well we are pretty well. These words tell us how much or to what extent something is done, something has happened. Since the night is very dark, you should not be too careless to walk through. Since the night is very dark. So here the use of word very tells us about the degree. How dark is the night? So tell us the degree of the darkness. You should not be too careless. It tells us the word too again. We should not be careless. You should not be too careless. Means you should not be careless to that extent. To that extent. So these words are the adverb of degree. Adverb of affirmation and negation. There is another type of adverb which is called adverbs of affirmation and negation. This answers yes if it is yes and no if it is not. For example, surely you are mistaken. Yes, you are right. No, this is not right. No, this is not right. So these words, surely, yes, no, they are all adverb of affirmation and negation. As far as first two are concerned, surely, definitely, surely, of course, definitely, yes, they are the example of adverb of affirmation. No, this is not right. This is an example of adverb of negation, since we are negating the thing. This is not right. So let's now, at the end of this lecture, read some example of different adverb and try to identify which kind of adverb they are. In my childhood, thrice a week I used to go for temple. So if I ask you which type of adverb has been used in this sentence, thrice a week, definitely it tells us about the frequency of something, frequency of what has happened in this sentence. Used to go for temple. In his childhood, thrice a week he used to go for temple. It tells us about the frequency of his going there. He drives fast. How he drive? He drives fast. It tells us the manner of something, the manner of his driving. How he drive? He drive fast. This is where I was buried. This is where I was buried. So where word tells us about the place where he was buried. So here, another good example of adverb of place. Raju died yesterday. When did he die? Yesterday. So it tells us about the time of his dying. About the time of his death. He died yesterday. You are as intelligent as Ramesh. You are as intelligent as Ramesh. Remember, here the use of as, the first as, has been used as an adverb. That is adverb of degree. It tells us to what extent he is intelligent. It tells us about the degree of his intelligence. He's as intelligent, you are as intelligent as Ramesh is. So it tells us about the degree of his intelligence. Another example. We all go for picnic just for enjoyment. Why we go for a picnic? Question is, why we go for picnic? Just for enjoyment. It tells us about the reason why we go there, why we go for picnic. So these are all good examples of adverb, and I hope students you will exercise at home, picking up one by one all kind of these adverbs. You can make sentences on your own and do good practice so that you can master the use of this these kind of adverb, and you can make them a part of your speech. Okay, thank you.